Editing and formatting text inside Canva is virtually the same as you're used to doing in, say, your email program or a Word document. All you need to do to get started is just click to select any of these editable text blocks. Once you do, you can highlight the text and then just start typing to change it to anything that you need it to say. Once you've gone through and made the changes to all of the various text locations to update your templates, let's look at some of these tools here. On the top left-hand side, we have a variety of common formatting tools. The first would be the fonts here. You can search if there's a particular font you want to find by name. You can also scroll down this list alphabetically, and they've done an awesome job of showing you the actual font preview so you can get a good picture of exactly what it would look like as you play with those. Next, you've got the ability to change the font size. You can change the text color, which I will get into more in depth in my colors segment. Depending on the font choice that you've made, some of them allow you to adjust whether the font is bold or italic right here. You can adjust the alignment, whether you want it justified to the left or to the right or back to the center. This one allows you to change whether it is uppercase or lowercase formatting. This allows you to turn any of these text blocks into a list. So for instance, that instantly allows you to show it as a bullet point list or a numbered list or just back to regular text. Finally, we have the ability of adjusting the spacing. So whether you want to spread out the gap between the letters, or if you want to adjust the line height, which is the spacing vertically, you can make changes to all of those settings right here. Now, if you want to add in another section of text, you have two different ways you can do that. You can click on one of the existing text blocks and use this duplicate option up here, which is going to copy or duplicate exactly as it appears. Or over here on the left-hand side, there is this text dashboard. Now, if you have a Canva Pro account, you can actually go in and predefine the various font styles that you want used for your documents so that you have 3 different choices between heading, subheading, and body of text. They have also gone through and given you some options for various font combinations. So those kinds of things you can just go ahead and play around with if you are actually adding in new sections of text to these templates. So that is pretty much it. Again, it is very simple to edit all of the various text blocks here within Canva. So now we're going to cover how to add and edit your photos inside Canva templates. So there are 2 different ways that you can add a photo. This first section I want to point out to you over here is the Canva resource of stock photography. So there's a couple different ways you can use this. You can search by keyword if you wanted to. You can scroll through a bunch of different themes and categories that they've put together. You can also just scroll the feed of these images that they consider to be trending. You do want to notice that there are free images as well as premium images. So some of these cost $1 if you need to purchase them. Others are completely free to use. So feel free to scroll through these. The second way that I want to show you for the sake of this demonstration is this uploads section. Now, when you click on that, it's going to open your own personalized gallery. This is where you would click to upload and add the images from your computer that you want to use on your designs. So once you are ready to add photos, whether you're doing it from the stock photo section or from the upload section, all you do is click and hold, drag it over, and it snaps it right into the template. You can let go of your mouse and there it is. Now, once you have dropped the photo in there, you will notice it has centered the image in the design. So if you double click on this, it's going to open up this editor. You can use your mouse to click and hold to drag it around so that you can position it exactly where you would want it to go. Then you can either hit done or just click to tap anywhere outside of the photo and it will leave it right there in position. Now, once you have selected the photo, you will also notice up here that some of your different tools are available as far as being able to use filters or make adjustments to the brightness or the contrast. You can even crop your photos using these tools, and you can flip them if you wanted to move the image around. It's just that easy. So go ahead and feel free to play around with it. All of these are completely customizable. Again, you just click to select it, choose a photo, drag it over and let go, and it's going to snap it right into place for you so that you can completely customize these templates to be on brand and to match all of the photos that you've used in your other pieces. Within Canva, you have the ability to customize the colors for all of the various shapes and text sections that you see. So let me show you how to do it. Now, I'm going to click on this rectangle to get started, and you'll notice over here in the upper left-hand corner is a color palette. You click on that, and it flies out a whole bunch of different options here. So let me break these down for you. This first section is where you would actually search. You can search, as it says, by keyword, or if you actually know the specific hex color value, you can enter that there. I'm going to come back to that in a second. These three sections below are broken down in three different ways. This top section shows you all of the colors that are currently in use in the document itself. So for instance, it's already showing us that this darker gray is selected. These other lighter colors are used in some of my other templates that are found down here further below. So if you wanted to keep similar colors between the different pages and pieces that you were designing, that is how you would know which ones to use. This second section here is your brand colors. Now, whether you have the Canva free account or a paid Canva Pro account, you can define your brand colors in your account settings. So there's something called a brand kit. And all you need to do is in this color section, go ahead and hit this plus sign. That is where you would enter in the hex color values for your brand colors, and then they will always be available to you in any of the documents you're working on so that you can quickly and easily select them here. Now, if you don't have brand colors, or if you want to explore different colors based on the designs that you're putting together, there is a bunch of different just quick default colors that it shows available there. So I'm going to go up here and search and show you how to use this section a little bit more specifically. So let's say that I want to use a really cool gold color, for instance. So I'm going to put in the hex value that I already know for that. And as you'll see, it pulls up the results from my search. So this first option right here is the exact match of the gold color that I was looking for. But it also gives you a bunch of different suggested color palettes if you wanted to consider adding some additional colors. I'm just going to go ahead and click on that color, and as you'll notice, it changed this element here in my design. So if I wanted to click on the text, I can go and select this text color option, and now this gold color has been added to all of the colors in my document. So I could quickly select that, and it will be available so that I can change all of these if I wanted them to match. So let's say this text here, this new post section in the middle, doesn't quite stand out as much anymore because I'm using a lighter background. You can go ahead and select that, make it darker right there. So that is how you change the elements of the text and the shapes. Now I want to show you a couple of other features when it comes to colors. Let's slide down here to this template, for instance. Couple different things. If you select these, they appear to be a lighter shade of green, but they're actually not. I have used up here in the upper right hand side this transparency option, which allows you to take what is currently, if I pull it up to 100, you can see a solid white design. And by dragging it down to 25, I have just made it a much lighter version of that. You can do the same with any of the elements on here by just selecting that. You can either drag the slider, or you could just type in there to change it to 50% if that's what you wanted. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it as 100 for right now. The other thing that I wanted to show you is over here on the left-hand side, there's a dashboard for backgrounds. So let's say that I don't like that green that is behind this quote. I can click it and hit delete to remove it from there. And then I've got not only my default brand colors, which are showing up here for me as well. If I clicked on one of those, it would instantly make it the background. But I can choose from any of these landscapes and patterns. All you do is click and hold and drag it over, then let go, and it instantly adds it to your design. If you wanted to use these patterns, you do the exact same thing. So you can hit see all to just explore all of these. There are thousands of different textures and designs, gradients, patterns, all kinds of good stuff that you could add onto there if you wanted to. So that's pretty much it. Play around with these and explore all of the different variations of colors that you can use to customize your designs.